and welcome to another episode of Insanity That Makes Sense. And this is just goes to show you that the Democrats and their woke policies and DEI has just come full circle and has just gone up in smoke, literally. Stuff that's going on right now in California and the policies of the Democrats and their leftist policies with Gavin Newsom and him just being asleep at the switch has just turned it into a shit show out there. The fires that are going on right now is burning the whole state from all over the place. They are literally burning every day, and everything is just going up in smoke. He has not prepared for it. He'd been warned by Donald Trump several years ago to build these reservoirs to collect water, and basically just blew it off and didn't do anything. The policies that he had out there with his his mayor and hiring these woke DEI hires, this lesbian fire chief who has absolutely no clue at all about how to be a fire chief. She is not qualified to be a fire chief. The woman is a lesbian. She has absolutely no idea on how to run a fire department. She and the mayor has absolutely no idea. Another lesbian can't even answer any questions on what went wrong. They don't have any qualifications to do the job. They just basically check the box. Gay, woman, black. I mean, it goes on and on. And instead of keeping men that were qualified with all of the qualifications to be firemen, actually knowing how to put out a fire, how to prevent forest fires, they were fired because they failed to take the COVID-19 vaccinations. And that just goes to show you that these people have absolutely no idea what they're doing, and now everybody out in California is paying the price for stupid, democratic policies that were just terrible from the beginning, and now it's just coming to fruition of what everybody was telling them and everyone said was a hoax and this is the way that the world was supposed to be. Hire people that were black, gay, just, do these things because that's the way that the world was supposed to be, and including everybody. No, you're supposed to hire people for their merits, not because of their color of their skin, or because they're gay, or because they, were transgender, and this is what's happening. I mean, these people out there are just out of control, and now there's nothing left of California. I mean, people's houses are just demolished. All their pictures are gone, all their memories are gone, their families are gone. It's just a nightmare. I mean, for Gavin Newsom, this is the end of his political career. I mean, he can lie to you all he wants, and he can blame Donald Trump, and he can say this is an act of God, and this is his Chappaquiddick. This is the end of his political career. Because if you ever want to run against Gavin Newsom in the future for anything, okay, governor of any place, president of the United States, and you cannot beat Gavin Newsom and not throw this abortion in his face, this is his Chappaquiddick, okay? This is episode killed Teddy Kennedy when he whacked Mary Jo Kopechne on the bridge in Chappaquiddick. This needs to be thrown in his face anytime that this knucklehead tries to run for any public office. This episode in California needs to come up in Gavin Newsom's future, and you will beat him in any political campaign that he ever runs against you. So if J.D. Vance ever wants to run against Gavin Newsom, or if Mr. DeSantis in Florida wants to run against Gavin Newsom in the future for President of the United States, all you need to do is show the pictures and the incompetence of Gavin Newsom in California, and you will beat him hands down. This is it for him. He can lie all he wants, but he cannot get away for his incompetence of how he handled this abortion of the California fires. Now, it brings me to more problems that this gentleman has. All of these Hollywood elites, you're getting what you deserve. Okay? You backed an idiot, Kamala Harris. Okay? You said this woman was the king. She was the one you wanted. You hated Donald Trump. Everything was beautiful. The border was secure. We don't care about anything. We got all the money in the world. I try to warn you on my other shows. I said to you, it didn't matter how much money you had. It didn't matter what you were an elite. You could have hung around with this one and that one. When it came time to getting raped, and it came time to getting abused and everything, it didn't matter, did it? Those flames that burned your house to the ground, Mark Hamill, and it came time those flames ripped through your friggin' house, right? Paris Hilton and Billy Crystal, those flames burned right through your house. Didn't ask you for your passport, didn't ask you for your bank book, didn't ask you what you had for your assets, right? Burned your house to the ground. Didn't ask you if you're a Republican. Didn't ask you if you were a Democrat. Just burned your house to the ground. How's that for being woke? Okay? So I warned you. You were just lucky your house got burned to the ground. And you didn't, and you were lucky. You were lucky that a TDA or one of those bastards from Venezuela didn't rape your mother or your 13-year-old daughter or you weren't Laken Riley. Okay? You were lucky. You got away scot-free. You can always rebuild your house. Laken Riley didn't get off so easy, did she? Right? Now, what's my solution for all these people that don't have houses now? Here's what you can't do, all you rich elite people out in LA. You got all that land out there, right? You don't have a house anymore, but you got a 35,000 square foot lot of land. Here's what I think we should do to solve the problem. I think the federal government should come in and all those beautiful lots of land that you have, right in Malibu, right over there in the frickin' Palisade Parks, up in the hills, you got a hell of a piece of land. I think the federal government should come in, and Steven Spielberg, and James Cameron, and all you people with all that giant lots of land, they should take that land, eminent domain. That's right, eminent domain. And kick your ass out of that land. And now we got a beautiful piece of land there. And what we can do is Walmart sells these houses. They're probably about $12,500 for these houses. They sell them at Walmart. And we could probably put about 100, maybe 200 of those houses on your land. Okay? Eminent domain takes that land. We can put about 200 of those houses on your land, and we can put those houses right on that land, and we can put these people that have been displaced from LA and all around, and we can put those people on your land that you used to own, and we can put those people that have been displaced on that land, and we can solve a lot of this misery of those people that lost their houses in this fire. You want to help? You people been talking the talk. You've been talking loud, huh? Now it's time to do something about it. Put these people that have been lost on these houses, put them in your land. Yeah? Do something. Do something for a change. You won't, though. I bet $1 million you ain't gonna do it. Huh? We'll see. I'm putting the challenge to you. Let's see if you'll do it. And lastly, let's see what else you do. You guys all been worrying about these illegal immigrants coming in. Oh, if you deport all these illegal immigrants, take all these illegal immigrants, who's going to do all this forced labor? Who's going to do all this cheap labor? That's going to hurt the economy. That's going to hurt the economy. Yeah? Well, I say you people do it. All you rich people out in L.A., why don't you do it? I hear Oprah's going to be losing her job over at the friggin' View. Well, she could get a job over at the Beverly Hills Hilton. She'd be a hell of a freaking chambermaid over at the Hilton making beds. Sunny Halston, I heard she used to be a slave owner. So why doesn't she go working over at the friggin' restaurant washing dishes? She'd be a hell of a friggin' washing disher. So let's let her work for the minimum wage. Let's see how these Hollywood elites, now that they've been cut down to size, and let's see how they can pull themselves up from their bootstraps. Come on. The only person in Hollywood right now that's happy is James Cameron. You know why? He sees a movie in this thing. He made Titanic. He made, what's that one with the blue people? Avatar. And now he's making Hollywood's Burning. I heard he's in negotiation with that George Clooney guy and that Robert De Niro. But unfortunately, no one in Hollywood wants to work with those two pricks. Okay? So, anyway, we'll see if we can get anybody to work with those two guys. But in the meantime, the only one's house who didn't burn in Hollywood right now is George Clooney. But I heard that Joe Biden is going to fix that, because Joe Biden's still got a little bit more sanity that he's able to negotiate a little bit with the flamethrower, and he's going to burn the hell out of George Clooney's house, because Joe, he's just a little bit pissed at George Clooney for putting a knife in his back. So we'll see what happens with that. So you keep looking, and we'll come down the next time. Just subscribe to my station and you'll find out a little bit more what's going on with Insanity Makes Sense. And we'll see if we can get these fires out. Because there ain't no more water out in California thanks to freaking Gavin Newsom. And get yourself a nice Cuban cigar and light up on any street corner in LA, baby. Talk to you soon.